everyone. Thank you for joining us virtually again today. We have been in this social isolation for a few weeks now, and I know there's lots of great ideas about things that you could be doing at home to kind of keep yourself sane during this time. Lots of lists that are circulating out there on social media. But I also know as we look at these things, we're kind of like, that doesn't seem like it fits me, or it's not really giving me any peace of mind. That doesn't make me feel any better at all. Like maybe you want to binge Netflix, or maybe you have to get out and go for a run. So we thought it would be fun to go over why this is. So a lot of times our personalities are really what influences what it is that we want to be doing. What is it that's going to give us peace of mind? So in this video, we're going to delve into the common personality types and what you can be doing during this period of isolation.
At the Dental MVP, we use science to teach people skills to you, the dental professionals. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, The Dental MVP, and don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss out. Now, you guys know the Dental MVP really focuses on you, the people, and how we function as individuals. What makes you different than me? What's different in our personalities? And what more fun to do this than to figure out really what is our personality? Now, there's tons of different personality tests out there, and I am sure you have taken one a time or two. Whether or not you remember them is up to you. But if you don't, there's a really great one. The DISC personality test, most of you have probably heard of this, is a very popular and very accurate type of personality test. In fact, this is probably one of the most common tests used in corporations today. We have a link below where you can take this test, and it's from a really great company that we utilize all the time that has tons of different personality tests that you can dive even deeper into. But in order to understand what's going on with us right now when it comes to this isolation and what we need to make ourselves feel good on a daily basis, we're going to go by the DISC personality test. So go ahead and click on that link right now before you watch the rest of this video. So pause us and click on that link and take that test so that you can follow along and figure out what type of personality are you and how are you best able to cope with isolation.
So starting with the D personality type, this is that person that's like very direct. They are the driver. They like concrete results. They're typically leading a lot of initiatives and really making sure things get done. They're that person that usually communicates like very short, direct sentences. You're always kind of wondering, like, are they mad at me? What's going on? And that's just their personality, is they like to be direct. Now, if these people are extroverted, their times in this social isolation are going to lead them to get really frustrated. It's hard to be this type of personality, but also feel like you have no control in the sense of the future with your team and the projects that you're working on, making sure that you know that everybody's working their hardest and meeting all of the deadlines that are set forth. So for these people, the types of activities you want to do, Christina's going to give them to you.
Yeah, if you're a D-type personality and you've got, that dictation that you really like to do, and you've got all this pent up energy, what better thing to do than to exercise? If you can exercise regularly, this is going to help be an output for you. Also, D-type personalities, you probably are pretty competitive, so feel free to get into some virtual competition, whether it's with friends or, even just a book club where you can see who can read the most amount of books, learn something new, become a speed reader. Read a book on leadership and success, because this is a lot of times what we're driven to do. You're going to find a lot of D personalities are those leadership type of personalities. So go ahead and feed your mind on those aspects. Exercise your brain, exercise your body, compete as much as you can. And that's going to help you during these times of isolation.
Now, the next personality type is going to be the influencer, the motivator, the harmonizer. These people really thrive on their interactions within the practice. They love to be creative and find new ideas for various situations. So they really thrive on the social interaction. They can become really challenged in these times of social isolation and can really tend to get depressed or really down. So it's so important to make sure that we're keeping the lines of communication open for these personality types, making sure that we're allowing them to kind of explore their creative side as well as maintain a lot of their interactions. So for these people, it's really important when you're communicating to make sure that you're jumping on either a video phone call or even just a phone call in general. It's important that they make sure that they're able to feel like they're heard and that they're still interacting with people, just to keep their mindset really healthy.
Now, I'm an I personality, so I can totally connect with those people that are out there that are I's and are wondering, what am I supposed to do during this time? The more connections that you can have with your friends, the better. Schedule some virtual hangouts, some dinner, some coffee, a glass of wine, whatever you got to do with your friends. Watch movies, watch shows together, play games virtually with each other at the same time where you can kind of see them. These Zoom meetings are really great to be able to do that. Do that with your colleagues too if you need to, but also make sure that you're really expressing your creativity. Chastity will tell you that I have already made some music videos. I've been doing some painting. I'm also homeschooling, so I'm getting to definitely be creative and using that creative side. So this has helped me a lot. But the more creative you can be, the better. So find some new music that you can listen to, read some new books, learn a new skill. I'm taking multiple courses, and all of these things, having that great energy outlet by utilizing your brain and that creative space is what is going to help the I personalities that are out there.
Yeah. And then the next personality type is what I am. So we have the S personality type. This is more of the counselor, the supporter, stabilizer. This personality type tends to have quite a bit of mixed feelings about social isolation. We like to be home. We're getting to connect with our family, with our kids on a deeper level, which is great. That's good for our personality type. But at the same time, we're really missing those connections with our friends, our colleagues, our family members that we're unable to see at this time. So, that being said, it's important that what we're doing is continuing to delve into maintaining those relationships or growing those relationships on a deeper level as well.
Yeah, you really love that alone time, but alone time at an extended period is much different than just alone time. And that's where those mixed feelings really come in. Is some people just really enjoy that alone time and that quiet time and might be a little more introverted. However, having it for an extensive period of time is completely different. And you want to make sure that you're feeling content and happy and can really still connect with people. So even if you're an S, you want to make sure that you're still connecting with those really close friends. You might not need to connect with everyone all day long, but having that short list of people that you can reach out to, connect with for a moment, FaceTime with, Zoom with, however it is that you can connect with them virtually is a great thing to do. And then also, you might be someone who likes to watch shows or read books, but do something that makes you feel like you achieve something, right? So really curl up with a book that you've been wanting to get to for a long time and just haven't had the time. Well, we've got the time, right? We can't use that excuse anymore. You finally have the time. So choose a book that you've been really wanting to, maybe one that's a self-help book or maybe just a fiction novel that you can really get engrossed into. And then also journaling is something that you can do, just sitting down and writing out your thoughts, anything that you've been wanting to work on, paperwork, protocols for the practice, anything like that that you can just sit down and feel productive with and have alone time with will be helpful for you.
The last personality type is the C personality type. So this is the skeptic, the questioner, the analyst. Now, we want to be cautious with this personality type. We don't want to get too delved into all of the news that's going on right now and really just like inundating yourself with everything regarding COVID-19. We want to make sure that we're giving ourselves, our minds, something to stay busy with. This personality type is usually the best suited for adapting to social distancing or working in new situations because they tend to challenge their minds consistently and really keep themselves busy. Now, when we're communicating with this personality type, it's important that if we're sending tasks to them, we want to send an email. So an email that shows the exact request of what is it that we need done, what's the time frame, and what is it that we want to achieve. So then they're able to reference back to this and make sure that they're able to kind of hit all of those points to work through it, because that's just how their mind processes things. It's very fact based. Now, we want to give you some fun things to do to keep yourself from going crazy and not delving too far into researching just everything that's going on politically, health wise, all of that. So, some good things we can do to keep our mindset healthy.
Our friends, the analysts, the C's, we know lots of those people, right, in the dental field. So if you're a C out there and you're trying to figure out how can I cope with this time of isolation, what can I do that's really going to make me feel complete and feel comfortable and not push myself to the limit, that's going to be focus on the fact that you are an analyzer. What can you do as an analyzer is you could do crossword puzzles, you could do Sudoku, anything that's going to challenge your mind. So maybe take a new class, take something completely new and different that really challenges your brain and takes you to that next level where you're like having to constantly think about it, analyze it, question it. Join a Facebook forum where you can ask questions to people, where you can analyze and you can give feedback. Maybe you are someone who's been in the industry for a long time and you're a wealth of knowledge. It will feed you to be able to give information to others as well. You might have a hobby or something else that you're good at that you could also be able to give information to people. So the more that you can kind of give information or learn information, the better you're going to feel about the situation that you're in. So just be productive with it. Learn something new, play some games. Do not be afraid to play games. I think a lot of times we feel like we have to give ourselves permission to play, right? Like especially if you're a C personality, I need to finish this list before I can play. But throw some play in there and just choose things that are still analytical and are going to feed that list-oriented, driven personality that you are.
Now, our personalities can always pull in two directions depending on the situation that we're in, whether we're under stress or not. So, you might find that a couple of these personalities sound kind of like you, and that's okay. You could pull things from both of these lists of things that you can be doing and give them a try just to see what feels better for you and what keeps you in a good mindset. Now, personality tests are just always fun to do. I mean, who doesn't love a good personality test? But this is also a really great opportunity that you can take to learn about your team. So send the link to your team so then they can watch the video and do the personality test as well. It's going to show you a lot about how they communicate, what are enjoyable things for them to do. Then when we're all getting back together in the practice with one another, we're able to communicate in a way that resonates with one another. But then we might also be able to come up with better ideas of group tasks or group meetings or team building things that are going to be more conducive to meeting what our personality needs are as well.
Yeah, this is a great thing to send to your friends and your colleagues and just learn more about each other, especially what you can do to help each other during a time like this. So make sure to learn about each other, make sure to be reaching out, make sure to be fulfilling yourself and working on yourself and improving yourself during this time as much as possible. I would love to know how accurate this test was for you. If you can leave us a comment and let us know, hey, was this pretty spot on for who you are as a person and what could help you during this time of isolation? And did we give you any tips that might help during this time where you were struggling and saying, what can I do so I don't go crazy during this time? And if you have any amazing tips for us, things that you have found that are helpful for your personality type, we'd love to see that too. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the Dental MVP so you never miss out. And I hope everyone stays healthy and well.